Hi YouTube, how you doing? I'm doing okay. I had some shade casted on my day earlier today, but I played a bunch of music and first I started playing my self-love songs and then I started playing what these governments do in the world, stuff pertaining to and the way people act so cold-hearted, stuff pertaining to that. Yeah, just some good songs, you know, get me out of that. And then besides that, if a depressive spirit is around, it kind of alleviates that. I've noticed that people that aren't very spiritual don't really enjoy music like somebody that does. That's kind of, or spiritual might not even be the right word. Um, their appreciation for music leaves something to be, it's lacking. It leaves something to be desired. That's my opinion. You know. Anyway, cheers, everybody. Not sure how long this is going to be. I watched, I'm sure I saw it about 4 years ago. There was a Lakota elder, like probably not much older than me, but he was talking about, well, first he spoke in his native language and then I think I will share the link. He was talking about when he went to college and different things. Um, yeah. I will. It's not very long. It's like 4 minutes long or something like, or maybe a little longer, maybe 14. I don't know. Yeah, I got into it. It was just good. Like I say, I think I had seen it before, but yeah, you could hear somebody wherever they were, and it sounded like somebody like, Mm, maybe like some kind of Islamic accent or Middle Eastern accent. You're interviewing this elder, and it seemed like he could have been, it looked like it could have been North or South Dakota. But as far as I know, it could have even been in the Middle East. But I heard somebody in the background playing a violin and a lot of talking, a lot of people around. So that interested me, wherever it was. So, but anyway, so yeah, I'll put that link in here in the description for you and you can check it out if you want. Like I say, I thought it was interesting to see other people in the world and their languages and I don't know. Especially he said, oh, like there's 2 or 3 million Native Americans left, something like that. Yeah. And then with you, if you're gonna mix in what is like the Hispanic with the Navajo, the Pueblo, the Apache, and some of it's called, starts with an S and they're from the south, like in Florida, and they came up from like Peru. Their ancestors are like, the Incas. And the other ones that came up through Mexico are related to the Aztecs. So, so they're not really Native Americans, and their blood comes from, well, that two different people come from two different places too, originally. But anyway, so, yeah, it's too long to go back or go into it. That's not what I'm talking about today. I don't know what it is, but well, what it really is people that are the fake WARSs. I am so sick to death of them, you know? I think a lot of us are, because we can see it for what it is. We've been around enough to see this all our lives, our forefathers' lives, before them, before them, before them. It's never ending, it's always somewhere, and it's always something with somebody. But yet the rest of us get along, and we pretty much do, and we're expected to, of course. But the world leaders can't? Yeah. Doesn't make sense to me, does it to you? Usually people that fight, we incarcerate them, you know? Because say, well, this person's picking on some, well, it's not like this. This is all set up. They sit at the same tables and plan these things, like the World Blah Blah Forum, you know, and those places. I could go on. You know it all like that. I'm sure you do. It's been out there. Yeah, pretty sickening. I think it's one of the artists I played was some Luther Vandross. I think he's the one that sings "Let's Stay Together" also. Could be the Stylites, but I think it's Vandross. Yeah, there's some good old soul that I used to listen to. It beat the heck out of by the time soul really came around, like sounding more orchestrated and more into the pop scene, kind of more out of what had been like the 50s, out of the 40s, like sock hop type of, it became a little more sophisticated with that. And then went into some like hard rock and different things. Those are the eras I liked. It's like watching the music progress like that. I like some rap too. I like just about all music. There's some, I don't know, there's some that I won't listen to often, but it just depends. Like orchestras, I don't listen to a lot of them. Um, let's see. I'm not really big on jazz, but it's okay sometimes. And classical music occasionally, and country occasionally, and folk music occasionally, stuff like that. But, yeah. Mostly, I think I like rock and roll best, actually. Or soft rock. And yeah, I like soul and rhythm and blues and uh, pop, heavy metal. I pretty much like all music. Anyway, I just played the Hollies, long cool woman in a black dress. Um, wow, that was a long time ago. But if you look into the Hollies, their greatest hits are really good. The same year, I was listening to a band called Bread. Um, the Best of Bread is their best album, but those are both English bands. Yeah, I was, when they called it the British invasion, I was glad they invaded because I was sick of, like, the Beach Boys, you know, the surfing music. It's like, that was okay when I was maybe 8, you know. But at 9, I started playing in the band and then joined was in an orchestra after that, years, of practice, but with my flute. So and then I learned many instruments along the way, had access to almost all instruments from around the world, learned all their songs and their dances. And I was lucky I had a really wonderful education like that, everything from everywhere. Even foods, I mean, the stuff we did when we were kids, they just don't cover it like they used to. Not even close, you know? People kind of stand still on their education. They think that, I think they think they're not capable of grasping things and learning more. So they just sort of sit still and stand still in their own minds, you know? And I was raised hearing I can do anything I put my mind to, within reason. So, and that's a good concept to teach children. I mean, sure, you're bound to have your failures, but if you live on the principle that you can do anything you put your mind to, that gives you the attitude to keep trying to reach your goals, to not give up. So, anyway, yeah. I do wish I could speak Native American fluently. I know enough where I can grasp a conversation. And that's kind of the same with French. The southern part of Germany, I'm pretty good with their dialect. The northern's a little more guttural for me. I can read and understand Latin, Hebrew, Greek. Um, I'm pretty fluent in Spanish, which helps with my Latin, and so and some other languages, a little bit of like different Scandinavian languages and a few other. But yeah, knowing languages really helps understand a lot of what the dark cabal has done around this world, with everybody. Everybody except themselves. Even the people that help them, everybody's expendable. If Satan owned the world, and that's if, and that'll never happen, I'm just saying if he were to have his way forever, everybody is expendable, no matter what, at any given time for any reason. You know, that's the way these people think. Uh, Yeah, I don't know. I really did get a little down. I don't want to go through what happened. It's pretty juvenile. I didn't really even respond. It was like, wow. You're one of them moments where you just go, Wow. You know. So, yeah, it's a little rough. I try not to let it affect my energy, but it just, oh. And the thing is, I had so much I wanted to do, then I just decided, well, I'm not going to, you know. Which I don't know, it's could be kind of considered cutting off my nose to spite my face, but it's like, nah, maybe I do need a break, you know. I'll just take one. Maybe. I still can get a lot of stuff done. It's pretty early, and I think because Doug was napping just up until a while ago here, he'll probably be up late. So I'll probably have plenty of time to make noise. Earlier I couldn't really, and I was playing some music, but not really anything. I was playing love songs, and then it turned into the anti what's going on type of songs, and then I heard him getting ready to go outside. So he's doing some work with his tractor. So yeah, yeah, making some noise out there. I'm gonna upload this. I don't know how many people watched yesterday's on my backup channel here. Hope you liked it and subscribed. I'm usually a little more livelier, but yeah, it's just it is, as they say, it is today. Yeah, that's about it, people. Thank you for joining me. Have a really good night or day wherever you're